Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is First Impressions Friday and we have another First Impressions video. I received this set of 18 iridescent colors Arteza gel pens for my birthday and I have already got the glitters and the metallics which I have here. And we're going to swatch these and we're going to compare them to the glitter gel pens that are just their basic regular ones. So let's pull these out of the box. There's already. Okay, so we have a different barrel altogether than the regular ones. So I guess I probably need to put those over there. So let's pull out one of the barrels from the original gel pens that I got a while ago. So let's compare yellow to yellow. Okay, so we've got a different barrel altogether. It does say Arteza and it does say Arteza gel, and these are a 1 millimeter, where I think these are a 0.7 millimeter gel pen. They don't have any other markings on them. They don't tell you a name, a number, nothing to keep track of your colors other than the color of the pen and the color of the lid. So we're going to swatch the iridescents. So let's get them lined up here in color order. I'm going to try to get them lined up in color order. There is more colors in the iridescents than there is in the regular gel pens. So that is a plus for the iridescents. Let's see, what blues? I don't know if that's a blue or a purple. And of course it doesn't tell you, so you have to kind of just go by the color on the pen. Those ones are aquatic, those ones are greens, dark greens. I think that's an orangey brown, or black and white. Okay, so let's get started here. So what we're going to do is we're going to swatch these. So it'll only take a few minutes. Make sure that you know where your lid is. I searched for hours for that lid and it was on the back of my pen. Ooh, these seem to lay down really, really smooth with a really good flow. So that's one thing that we will compare is flow and coverage. And then, of course, sparkle and dry time and all that fun stuff. So we're going to have a bit of a battle royale with the iridescents and the glitter gels. Now, some of these I haven't used yet, so they take a little bit to get going. So as you may remember, I used these on my birthday on Wednesday on a page that we were coloring. So I have used some of them. I have not used them all, but I have used some of them. Like I said, it takes a little bit to get them going. This one doesn't want to go at all. Come on, there we go. I'm not a extremely proficient person to be using gel pens, but I do know what I like. So I'll be able to tell you what I like about them, what I don't like about them, that sort of thing. So far they're laying down really, really smoothly. And like I said, once you get them going, it does take a little bit to get them going, just like any other gel pen. Now this one's a bit loose. Yeah, that's better. Doesn't want to go. There it goes. So this one seems to be a dud. It started to go and then it stopped. Okay. That's annoying. So I'm going to take something here. See if we can get it going a little bit better. This one seems to have some glitter or something stuck in the nib. There it goes. That's better. But it's definitely not flowing as well as the other ones did. But once you get it going, it's not too bad. Now, normally I would have put that one down and went, yeah, you're broken. But once you get it going, it does seem to be flowing just fine. But we will test it, and it just seems to have some glitter stuck in it. So it's not flowing as well. And that's one of those things that I have noticed with really heavily glittery pens, is that sometimes they just don't flow because the glitter gets stuck. And this is the red, and I have used the red and it's flowing just fine. It's hard to find a good glittery red. Sometimes, most times, they look very pink. This has a really good red color. I'm just going to go the opposite direction here just to fill any holes. Alright. And then we have another red. This is a darker, oh no, it's a lighter red, sorry. This one is a really nice red. It's got a bit of an orange tinge to it. So it should have gone first, but that's okay. As long as we keep them close. That's the thing with not having any names or numbers on it. You can't really tell which one's going to go first. This is a pink. And once again, the flow is really nice. The flow on that last red was really nice. It moved really, really well. That's the only thing that really annoys me about some gel pens, some glitter gel pens, is the lack of flow. Ooh, purple. Very nice purple. And as you can probably see, these are extremely glittery. This one has a nice blue glitter in it. And they are designed to look very similar to the Oh, brain work. Hard. Words are hard. The Sakura gel pens, the jelly rolls. So they do resemble in design the jelly rolls. This is a nice blue, is blue purple. It's got a lot of blue fleck in it. I like that they've put the color glitter in instead of just a silver glitter. That's a plus. And then we're going to go into a lighter blue. It just makes it stand out just a little bit more when they put the color glitter in there. However, the purples, because these two are both purple, do have a lot more of the blue fleck in it than the red fleck, which is making them look a lot bluer than I would like them to be, but that's okay. You know, on camera these two look very similar, but off camera this one is a dark purple. And I have had a couple that are loose, so it feels like they're loosened. Just gotta tighten them back up again. They feel good in the hand, which is good. They feel a little bit thinner than the other ones. And again, another pen that flows really nicely. So far I've only had one that didn't flow very nicely, which is a bonus because pens that don't flow nicely don't work very well for my for me. You know, I prefer them to go on the page where I want them to go, when I want them to go, not muck around with them for 20 minutes trying to get them to go. This one's really pretty too. It's a nice pretty green. And then another green. So this one's flowing, but it's a little choppy. I do find sometimes that if you have a choppier flow, to just lift the pen off the page a little bit and it'll flow a little bit better. And this one's a dark blue green. More of the aquatic-y kind of green blue color. There's a lot of darker colors in here, I think. You know, it's got one pink and some oranges and some yellows, but it does have a lot of dark colors. This one's loose. And then we've got a more of a green teal. Again, it just flows really nice. And then it sort of stopped. And sometimes the glitter just gets stuck in there and you just gotta scribble it out and it'll come out. And then we've got a red brown. Sort of like a really, really dark orange. And this one looks like it's been leaking in the cap. Yeah, quite a bit. So this one's been leaking in the cap for a while, so I don't know how much ink is actually going to be still in there. Be very careful of that with your gel pens. Make sure that when you take the lid off that you do it away from your page, just the same with markers, because like this one, they can leak and will leak in the caps. And if you get a puddle, I don't know if you can see it in the cap there, when you pull your pen out, you can end up with a sploosh on your page. And we don't want that. So this one's not been leaking, but it is loose. So this is another brownie black color. So there's no true black in here. This one is more of a heavy red brown. It's got a lot of red fleck in it. Could even say that it might be a really heavy burgundy kind of color. And then last but not least, the silver. And again, the tip is loose. Just push it back in. So there's no true black in here. There's no glittery black in this set. However, in the regular set there is. So you can combine. All right, so let's take a look at these. That is all of them, all 18. And let's see. So as you can see, we've got the glitters on the top here, and then the iridescence here on the bottom. So there's a big difference in amount of glitter in each of those. So they do differ quite a bit in the amount of glitter and the colors of glitter. So in the regular glitter gel pens, they have silver glitter. Down in the iridescence, they have put the colored glitter into the pens to give them more of a shiny effect. So let's see if we can compare them. So we've got the yellow and the yellow. So let's say on this, let's go with this one here. So this is the original gel pen. So we'll put O there. And this is the iridescent. Now it's a completely different color, so I'm thinking that this might be this color here. So let's try that next to it. So let's try this one. Yeah, that's closer. So you're not going to have a color match. So you're not going to have colors that are the same. You will have, like this one here is close to it, but this one here is a little bit different color. So between the three yellows, you have a good selection of yellows between the three. So let's take a look at our orange color here. Or, yeah, let's do our reds. Because we've got a couple of different reds in this set. So as you can see, the flow on the originals is quite a bit smaller. And it does take longer to fill an area. The red is a little bit pink. It's not a extremely red, not like this one. So if we take this one here, which I think is the closest to it, maybe, if I can get the lid off, you'll be able to see the difference between the colored glitter and the silver glitter, especially. Okay, so the flow was a whole lot better. They are very close in color. However, the iridescence does have a red glitter in it, which makes it a lot more red than the silver glitter does. So one difference between the two is the original gel pens has silver glitter in it. The iridescence has colored glitter in it. Definitely one of those things that is different. So let's check the flow. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in lines. So we'll go a long line. And that flowed pretty quick, pretty good. But it's really thin. So then we'll go next to it in a long line. So as you can see, it's a thicker line than the original. So this is going to fill your space quicker than the original. So thickness of nib, much thicker. Now let's talk about coverage. So when you're covering a small area, let's cover this bug here. We'll cover this one with the iridescent, and we'll do this one with the regular gel pens. So as you can see, I'm not getting a whole lot of resistance from the paper. I'm not getting a lot of lines or anything like that from the paper or of the paper through the gel pen. And it goes pretty quickly. It does seem I have a jam there. There we go. So I did have one stoppage on that whole bug. You can see the gel pen is covered quite well, and it's covered the whole bug. So this one here, we're going to use the original. Now this is a smaller nib, so it's going to take longer to cover. And because it is a smaller nib, you're going to find some flow issues. So it definitely is taking longer to cover. And I'm having to go back over just a little bit to fill in because of the size of the nib. The flow is actually really nice. It's just the size of the nib is creating issues with the way that I'm moving it. So after I'm finished here, so that took much longer. Now we're going to look at the colors. So as you can see, there's a huge color difference. There's a difference between this one and this one because of the fact that there is a difference in the color of glitter in it. This one has a very silver glitter. This one has a red glitter. So it's going to show more red and more shiny than the silver. The silver is going to dull it out a bit, which is half a dozen of one, half a dozen of another. I would rather have it have the colored glitter in it where it's going to show more of the color than the silver glitter, personally. The flow on both the reds is really nice. I've had no problem with the yellows either. Now I did have a problem with the orange in this pen as well as the orange in this pen. I think it was this one. Let's check. Yeah. So this one here has some issues with flow, and so does this one here. So let's see if we can get it to clear up. So there's something blocking it, which is causing some issues. And for only one pen to have it is not a big deal, and it can be worked through. However, if you want a continuous flow, you may have to scribble with it for a little while to get that flow going and knock out whatever is in there. Now this one here, it flows okay part of the time. So as you can see, it's flowing really well right now. But as soon as one of those flecks comes down, and actually it's flowing really good right now. It's calling me a fibber is what it's doing. Because as you can probably see up here, there was quite a bit of streakage, and that's because it wasn't flowing the way that it should have. But I guess it's been sitting long enough, and it's just calling me a fibber now. Which is fine. I don't mind being a fibber. I don't. It just seems that but this one here it's got some issues. But when you dab it like this, it works pretty good. Um, I think it's just got some glitter stuck, and you just gotta knock it out. But this orange is not doing well, so we'll put it away because it's starting to frustrate me. Um, so in comparison between the iridescent and the regular gel pens, what I would say is the iridescent are great because they do have the colored gel, the colored glitter to match the gel. The thinner ones, the old ones, I bought these last year, do have a thinner nib, so you can get thinner lines out of it. But the problem with a thinner nib sometimes is a flow issue. Though even with the larger nib, as you saw with the orange, there can be a flow issue. The older ones do have that silver in it, so let's see if we can blend them together. So I don't know if you can see it blend together, but it does seem to blend together quite nicely. Let's try a different color. Let's try these with the new ones, the red with a new yellow. So we're going to use the old red with a bit of silver. Just trying to make sure that we get a good coverage. And we're going to take the iridescent yellow. And we're going to go over the red and come down. Now, I was kind of hoping it would make an orange, but it didn't. But it does blend into it. It does show as a shadow at least. But I was kind of hoping that it would show as an orange or come down as an orange. Let's see if adding the red changes it. Nope. So even combining the colors, you can get a good transition, but you're not going to change the color, which is interesting. So I've gone completely over this yellow with the iridescent red now. And it still makes a darker red, but it doesn't, well, I guess it does pick up that yellow glitter, but it definitely doesn't change it to an orange. So I would say experiment with them if you're going to blend colors and pens and things like that. It does have a really good selection of colors. I love the selection of colors. I find it is a little blue heavy myself. I would prefer more pinks and purples, maybe a black. You know, the originals does have a black. But yeah, so in comparison, the differences between the gel pens. Smaller nib. The originals have a smaller nib, so the flow line is going to be less. The iridescents have a colored flake in it, so there's going to be, sorry about that, there's going to be more color in the iridescents and more glitter, like more shine, because of that color glitter that's in it instead of just a silver glitter. The iridescents don't have a black or a clear. They've got a silver where the originals have a clear and a black. They don't have a silver. So together they make a really good set. The glitters have more purples, like actual purples, where this has two purples, but this one here has so much blue glitter in it that it doesn't show as a true purple. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous amount of glitter in those iridescents. I really like those. They're really pretty. And I really like the burgundy. Love how it shines. So, comparison, there's way more glitter in the iridescents. The colored glitter does make a huge difference in shine. They are a thicker pen. They are easily, if you've got them in your bag with your other gel pens, your other glitter gel pens, they are definitely easily seen as something different. But yeah, and other than the one flow issue of that orange, all of them flowed really, really nicely as soon as you got them going. It took a little bit on a couple of them to get them going, but they flowed really, really nicely. Now, when I did this swatch for these ones, the flow on these greens and this blue was lacking a little, but that could just be the size of the nib. But yeah, otherwise, they're really, really nice glitter gel pens. Color this flower yellow. And they are quite translucent. Oh, hello, Mr. Train. So you can see the lines underneath what you're doing. So if you've colored something and you just want to put the glitter over top of it, some of it will just go right on over top of the area and show the lines and everything else like the yellow. The green, not so much. The green is just overtakes it all. So it's definitely not one that you would want to completely go over top of something with if you want those lines to show through, because it does take it over a bit. But it depends upon how you look at it too, because if I'm looking at it in different angles and I can see the lines through it. So it does seem to depend upon how you're looking at it. That's really kind of cool. Let's see, can I see it on? See, you guys on the camera can see the lines. Where I'm sitting, I can't see the lines on those leaves. So that's really kind of cool. I like that. I'm going to play with this now. Just so I can see the lines on through the glitter on the camera. And the fact that you can see the glitter is fantastic. I love that. You know, because usually if I use a glitter gel pen or a glitter pen, you guys can't see the glitter. And you guys can see the glitter, which is great. Now, I don't know. There you go. You can see it a little bit on there. But on the iridescence, you can see a lot of it. So, yeah. So, the differences are the size of the nib, which allows more flow. So, there is a difference in flow. They do have colored fleck, colored glitter in it. So instead of just having a silver glittery shine to it, it's got the colored glitter in it. There was one that had some flow issues, but I'll work with it and see if we can get that flowing better. But otherwise, they cover very nicely. They do blend a little bit, so you can get a little bit of a different color combining those glitters together. So in this one, I've got the red and the yellow glitter, which is giving it a bit of an orange. They do blend, so you can put one color against another color and just soften that transition a little bit. Yeah. I don't know much about gel pens on how to test them or that sort of thing. So the only thing I can think of to test them is to see if they flow, whether or not the glitter is different in them, or you know, that sort of thing. But these seem to have a really good flow. They do have a difference in glitter. They do have a difference in the amount of colors, obviously. I do feel that they are a little bit blue heavy. I would like to see more pinks, but that seems to be the theme of the day. Everything I've gotten has a lack of pink in it so far. I do believe the 10 mint gel pens do have more pink, and I will be hopefully reviewing those today as well. We will see how that goes. All right, I'm going to switch you over to the main camera here so you can get a bit more of a view on the differences in the colors. So as you can see, without the lights hitting it, the colors look very bland, very, very blocky. But as soon as that light hits it, it just becomes bling city. And the upper ones do very well as well. The regular glitter gel pens do very well for sparkle as well. However, it's a very silver glitter that's in them. So it doesn't give the same type of shine. All right, guys, with that, I would like to say thank you very much to the wonderful person that gave me these wonderful pens for my birthday. I appreciate you. And I like them. I think they're very, very good addition to my growing Arteza collection. All right, guys, until next time, thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully, I will also have the Tan Mint gel pen review up as well. First impressions, I can't really say review, but first impressions up as well. If not today, then it will be something that may have to wait until next Friday. All right, guys, until next time, thank you all very much for watching. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you watch and enjoy. Always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye for now.